Start with the latest on the shooting that took place at the University of Arizona Wednesday afternoon. An investigation is underway at the U of A campus. Police say a suspect shot and killed his former professor. News 4 Tucson's Megan Spector is live at the U of A now with the latest. Megan, what can you tell us?
I'm here outside the Harshbarger building where the shooting took place, and here's what we know. It all started yesterday afternoon at 1:59 p.m. That's when UAPD received a call from the building saying a former student was inside. He wasn't supposed to be there, and the caller requested the police escort him out. UAPD received several more calls reporting a shooting. That's when they issued their U alerts asking students and staff to leave campus. We learned the victim of the shooting was a professor at the university, and he later died at Banner Hospital. He was identified as Thomas Meixner. Law enforcement launched a search for the suspect, and he was located just outside of Gila Bend around 5:10 last night. He was identified as 46-year-old Murad Dervish. UAPD says he used a handgun. President Robbins sent an email to the student, staff, and the community that says in part, quote, "This incident is a deep shock to our community, and it is a tragedy. I have no words that can undo it, but I grieve with you for the loss, and I am pained especially for Tom's family members, colleagues, and students," end quote. The entire campus is now mourning the tragic loss.
It's a tremendously tragic event. We feel so incredibly bad for the professor's family, friends, and colleagues, and our hearts really just go out to them.
Dervish is in Tucson jail currently and is expected to be in video court this morning. Students are starting to get out and about because classes are expected to resume today. Make sure to stay with News 4 Tucson on air, online, and on your mobile device for updates. Live at the U of A, Megan Spector, News 4 Tucson.
Thank you, Megan. And the impact of this deadly shooting is hitting hard across our community, but especially among students and staff on the U of A campus.
News 4 Tucson's Eric Fink reports.
The investigation is just beginning this morning. Just after the shooting, I spoke with a student who was in class nearby and had to go on lockdown.
When the group chat blew up and we were all like, "Oh, be safe," like my heart low-key dropped, and I was like, "Oh, like this is scary."
Students were in shock when they started getting notifications on their phone. Senior Zachary Raddick was in class across the street when shots were fired.
Our teacher suddenly heard a bunch of police cars and whatnot blocking the road and whatnot. And then 10 minutes later, I think was it, we got the notification that there was a shooting and we locked down completely in the Harville building.
One student tells us she was about to go in the building where the shooting happened when she got a text.
I got a notification saying that there was a suspect and we should stay away from Harshbarger, and the professor I work for messaged everybody in the lab group that we need to stay away, and we were getting updates from them for a little bit.
I was in the aerospace engineering building just a little bit down there. I was studying with one of my friends, and we heard some noise. I thought it was someone hitting the wall, but apparently it was a gunshot.
Around 3:30, all classes were canceled for the rest of the day. Students and staff were urged to leave campus. 2 hours later, we learned a professor was dead and the gunman was in custody.
It's a little jarring knowing that something like this could happen, like so close to where you live and where you go to school.
And we're told classes will resume today. At the U of A, I'm Eric Fink, News 4 Tucson.
Of course, we will continue to bring you the latest on this story as it develops, so be sure to stay with us here on air, online, and on your mobile devices for the latest information.